Welcome back to Rudniki episode 29. On the previous episode, we got stalled cutting our canola because it was raining. The rain has finally quit, but it gave us some time to think about the future of this area. So we went ahead and cut those two trees down. We're going to actually combine these two fields. And then since we're running the plow anyway, I'll probably, come up towards the top more, maybe see if we can kind of get over here a little bit. We did cut some of this brush down. There's still some brush here I can't quite get. Since we got the stuff we'll have rented, might as well use it to our advantage. We probably got to rent that stump grinder as well. I was just, as I was waiting for the rain to stop, observing the awesome cobblestone we put down. I keep talking about this, but I really do love how the blend, when you do different textures on the ground, I love how they blend, because it does look like there's mud here on the cobblestone. And we just, we brushed a little in, but it blends so well that it looks really good. Just thought I would bring that to the attention, because it's worth saying. Looks really good. We're gonna have to also fire up the mower. We got a mower yard. We'll probably hit the area over here. Obviously feed that to our cows. And I think what we're gonna do is, get something put down here for the driveway. I don't think we're gonna do more cobblestone. We could. I don't want to throw it out. But we should maybe try to do something different. Maybe some gravel or something. But I don't want to completely rule that out. Anyway, we gotta quit procrastinating because we have to get the rest of this canola cut here. It is about time. I think it all should fit on the combine. We're almost to 70% here. If not, we'll just grab the trailer, unload it in the trailer, and take it to our silo like we're supposed to do. Not too many more passes. Yeah, we might have to do that. Hence is why I didn't want to throw those logs in the trailer, just in case we have to use it for canola here. Then we gotta figure out what we're gonna do next year, or maybe even this year. If we get that field going, we could plant some winter barley and get that taken care of. And then we'll obviously probably use that most of it for our chickens. It depends on how much we get, but we'll probably end up just keeping all of it. And actually, how are the chickens doing? Because we might have to, I guess we got 4 months yet on what they have. Gotta keep an eye on that. We may have to purchase some. We'll probably actually, yeah, we most likely have to, because obviously it's gonna take more than 4 months to grow the next crop. But that's not a big deal. We kind of budgeted for it. We do have quite a bit of money here. But I do want to get another field purchased. And then possibly it would be nice to get like that vegetable harvester and planter and stuff. It's very, those are nice cheap items, so it's easy to get going with a new crop. That's something we probably want to do like in this field, is because to keep the field small, because it is a bit of a job to do one row at a time. But it can definitely switch up our gameplay a little bit, which is kind of nice. Well, there's 1767. We definitely fit it on the combine here. But there's also some more in the silo from the other fields. So I'm curious to see our total result and what we're expected to get for payments on that. We should be pretty close here. There we go. We sacrificed 3 fields for canola just to get a nice payday. Hopefully it is going to be a nice payday. So we have, that's not too bad. I mean, almost 6 grand. That sells in December. Alright, I guess we're done with the combine for another year. Park her back in the shed. We'll have to probably do some fix up on this at some point. Alright, so we did get that grass cut. It has to get raked and baled. We also need to mow our lawn. Got plenty of room in the silo yet. I think we should get on the lawn and get that taken care of. It's just looking way too shabby around here. And like I said, this winter we'll probably do our next phase. And getting stuff a little more tidied up. It's quite weedy. Yeah, I was reading the comments and I definitely wasn't crazy about this mower not working correctly. Because we did everything we're supposed to do. Other people have had trouble with it as well. So you lower that down and then we're in the working mode of... Which is right because we got the thing hooked up. So put that down and then yeah, it's just the way it is. I wish they could have updated and fixed it. I mean, our other alternative is to get a different lawnmower. Something that actually works the correct way. But as we're going now, we're kind of getting rid of the lawn. We just gotta get the shabby areas around the farm here. We definitely won't end up with as much... Yeah, look at all that's missing. That's crazy. But yeah, so we gotta run it over again on the side. And then it goes. It's unfortunate. More new lawn. Not much here. We could probably try to get this to look a little bit nicer. But it actually doesn't look too bad once you get it all cut. I actually decided to go ahead and go crazy and mow headed down here by this tree area. I'm gonna see if we can get the chainsaw out and take care of this brush. Now that we can kind of see it a little bit better. I'm hoping we can eliminate it here. It's definitely there because I'm hitting it. Running it over. Okay, so there's that branch. Let's see if we can take care of that. I hope we can. Had a little cutting there, but doesn't seem like we might not be able to get rid of this. Hence, we probably should have just left the tree here if that was the case. We could paint over it, I suppose. Yeah, it's not doing... What happens if we do paint over that? Does it stay there? Let's give it a shot. Find something decent here. Maybe some mud or something. I'll put some gravel here. It looks like some of that was cut and it just kind of fell through the map. Can we pick that up? That's probably what happened, is when we cut, everything just fell through the map, and it's still here. Yeah, so unfortunately... If we got a... Yeah, that's not gonna work out so well. We'll just leave that. We're not gonna be able to put the fuel over there like I originally planned. We're gonna be more work than it's worth. It's a little more inviting here, though. Let's shut the PTO off here. I think I had a little idea. Remember how I was saying we don't really need to bale this because we're going to put it directly into the cow pen? Which, how much room do they have? Because we did feed them a little bit. They got plenty of room. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the rake, we're going to rake our grass field, and then we're going to pick it up with a mower, which is going to be, like, insane. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't you do that? It'll save us a baling step, picking them up, and then we'll be able to just go ahead and dump it right away. I don't know how quickly that mower will fill up. We did get the highest capacity one there was. Sometimes we gotta come up with clever ways to do things. Get our cutter taken off here. I mean, we could get a forge wagon. And maybe we would if we ever wanted to expand, but I think eventually the cows stay fed. We're gonna obviously have to put them in the bales. We did talk about getting a, like... a, round bale or something in the future to make it a little bit easier, but... I'd want a better mower before we do that. Something with more width would be great. Yeah, we'll break these into windrows like we always do. Make it easy, and then we should be able to just drive the mower right down the row. Hopefully pick them up, and yeah, it'll save us some hassle. We get this dropped off, then the moment of truth. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Should work fairly good, I think. It'll actually go quick too. But we gotta take advantage, right? That's how things are done. Alright, is it sucking it up? Oh yeah, exponential rate too, but look how fast we can go, 12 miles an hour. Picking them up. Yeah, that's saving us a lot of time actually. We don't mow the grass. Yeah, this is gonna be no time flat. Got about a load. Take her over. Oh, I should back off. I'm trying to shut the front mower off here. A little loud. And then we actually have to be in the back to dump. There we go. Yeah, who needs a forge wagon, right? It works out pretty good. We get more use out of this mower, too. As we spent so much money on it. Might as well get our use out of it. There we go. We can get the next row. Nice and quick. Yeah, so those... We'll definitely do a... Well, we're gonna combine that field. We're gonna do some big... Or, some barley. I gotta figure out one more crop, though. Or maybe two if we get the other field across from... I think we will buy that other one. Let's get this cut here. So we can see where we're at. Seems like this picks it up pretty good off the road. We always have trouble getting the baler to grab it. But this mower picks it right up, I think. Nope. I guess except for right there. There we go. And then here. Well, the other thing we could do is just mow this field, but the problem is it would take a little while, and then also the pickup, it doesn't go, you know, it goes off to the side sometimes when you're cutting grass. Well, a lot of the times when you're cutting grass, so it really wouldn't be viable. Okay, I think that's the entire field. Look how much quicker that was. There's a spot back here. And we also didn't have to bale and then have to pick up the bales. So it definitely saved us. It's definitely the way to go. Another full load here. Definitely a busy month. Looks like we got another rainstorm coming in. Another thing I was looking at is we could probably maybe look at putting a garden in. I know we got the greenhouse, but we could do an outdoor garden somewhere. Just to like add a little bit more to getting things moving. Filling out very nicely. Okay, we'll get this parked. Yeah, doing this once a year is not really that bad. I don't mind that at all. There we go. Yeah, so let's pop on the thing here, and then we'll see if we can maybe plot out a garden area if we decided to do that. I just like to get an idea floating in my head. So we got these. We use this on the other playthrough, so I kind of want to use a different one. Oh, I had another outdoor garden here. Yeah, one of... No, not that one. These here. So there's a Polish garden. Oh, we could do like a potato garden. I like having this in the game because if you need potatoes for something for your production, but you don't want to obviously grow them on the field because it takes, you know, it's a big investment to do that. Then you got these options to do that, which is great. There's a snail. This is interesting. Snail breeding greenhouse. Takes goods and transforms them into different products. So it says you're supposed to have an incoming product of a snail, though. So I don't know how you would do that. Click on that and I can hover over. Snail feed mix. Groundwater. breeding snails. Snail. So maybe... That is really interesting, ain't it? I don't know if that's something we'd want to get into. That's $36,000. That's a little more money than we want to get started. So these, the small potato one would be very interesting. We would have to flat some ground here if we do that. I mean, we could put something right here. You need seeds, water, and then, yeah, not bad at all. How about these other ones? We got a small Polish garden. So we could do olives. Some other things we can't do in our current greenhouse. Some carrots, some peas. How big is this? Not that bad. I mean, we could put... How long is it though? It's so hard to see. About flattening. We could put it over here. I think this is the one we did in the previous playthrough. So the one we didn't do... Yeah, this is a different one here than we did in the... Be nice if you could put it back here. That's kind of a nice storage area over there too. What about the potato one? Because I mean, that could almost fit, except we're backwards. Yeah, that's kind of tight. Could it work? Possibly. I mean, we go through the fence a little bit, and then make it work like that. That icon's on the wrong side. I mean, we could bring it this way, I suppose. And we're interfering with that fence. That fence is actually separate. So we could take that fence out. It's just like running through the options, whatever we could decide the future about it. Yeah, so that'd be something we have to think about on possibly doing in the future. Put down another garden plot or something, get some things. Putting something back here would be awesome, I think, even if we could do some kind of a small production or something, I don't know. It is a nice parking spot though too. But we're probably going to sell that snow blade, and we're going to get a snow blower. And we can obviously put that in our shed. And then we just have the subsoiler, which we could put somewhere else too. Like, we put our rake over here. Our rake could go back over there too. But, yeah, we got some different things to play around with. And like I said, this year too, we're going to get the rest of our driveway project done. Whether it's more cobblestone or something. Something to look forward to. So I think we are ready to call it for this episode. Nothing in the sales. And we'll get to August. Let's see, when was that winter barley going to be planting? If we decide to do that, that'll be in September. So we got a little bit yet. We could do the winter barley, we could wait till next year. But we got to get the tools to get these two fields combined. Get that taken care of. Get those logs picked up. Get those sold. So we'll have a little extra cash there, which will be nice. Now we're definitely eyeing up that field down there to get, we'll purchase that. We'll have more to work with, which will be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.